Hello everyone, I'm Marina and Nails Sakramel School. Let's get into it. Today I will have to fix problematic nails, a trapezoidal nail shape and hyperhidrosis. My model is constantly picking her cuticles, causing hangnails. So I should be particularly careful. On the pinky finger, the cuticle is still bleeding. Stay tuned for a total transformation. I'm going to do nail extensions. I think it's going to help a lot. For starters, let's prepare the nails. I polish the nail surface with a soft buffer first so as not to damage the cuticle with a nail file. The skin is extremely sensitive. By the nail fold redness, we can tell that this area is filled with lots of capillaries. As for the lateral folds and sinuses, those are rather dry and rough. So today I'm going to use a blue drill bit. But first, I need to dry the skin with some talcum powder to prevent the drill bit from getting clogged with dust, to make sure that it works smoothly. In case you have to deal with extremely dry and rough skin, I highly recommend you use medium or coarse drill bits to file it. It depends on the cuticle type what kind of manicure we should do. Sometimes I can use only red or blue drill bits, and sometimes both. I evaluate the skin condition and then make a decision. There are clients who ask for a particular manicure type, a classic one for example, but we just can't do it. If we do a classic manicure on the cuticle like my models, it's not going to be that efficient. If you don't know how to cut the cuticle with nippers, you can easily damage the skin. Or you may fail to polish the lateral folds and sinuses, causing hangnails. Some nail technicians use red drill bits on a regular basis, even when it's preferable to use a blue one. It's all individual. I'm being extremely careful with the pinky finger. I can only file the sinuses. I don't touch the cut with the drill bit to keep it intact. I just need to cut off the hangnails with scissors. This is as much of it as I can remove at this point. Now I can do the same on the rest of the nails. As you can see, the cuticle is pretty thick and overgrown. I touch it up with the drill bit to actually remove it. I use a rounded cylinder drill bit to touch up some tiny hangnails for an impeccable cuticle work. These nails look beautiful right after the manicure. What do you think? I love this part of a nail transformation. When we finally get rid of thick and overgrown cuticles and get beautiful polished nail folds. It makes me so happy. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy this part too. I always use a dehydrator on hands with hyperhidrosis to dry the nail plate a little bit. Then comes a primer and a prepping base coat. For nail extensions, we can use either a gel polish base coat or a gel one. Just make sure that it complements the nail type so that it doesn't peel off. I'm going to do extensions using dual forms. There are many techniques to opt for. For example, paper forms or gel tips. But I personally would not use gel tips on trapezoidal nails because they would make them appear wider. As for the paper forms, they're not easy to handle. That's why I'm using dual forms that fit the nails perfectly. I fill in the sidewalls and cure them with a UV flashlight. Wait for them to harden and fill in the rest of the form. Here's a life hack for fixing a trapezoidal nail plate. I put the dual form on, leaving a gap near the cuticle to avoid pooling in that area. I'm going to fill it in later using a thin brush to get a smooth transition and avoid any pooling so that the nails last longer. Cure the forms with a flashlight as you put them on and then cure them in a UV lamp. There is a small sidewall gap on the right side. Here's how to fix this. I put some gel into the form and apply it to that side. It's a quick way to fill in the sidewall gap. Now we can e-file the nail surface to smooth it out. I'm using a green carbide drill bit. We can remove tiny gel bubbles that appeared in the process. I also need to polish the sidewall since I have touched it up. I'm using the same carbide drill bit. That's how I conceal the transition between the center and the side. When it comes to trapezoidal nails, they are quite problematic. You may not fix them at your first attempt. That's what makes them so difficult to work with. It would have been easier to extend them using paper forms, in case you are skilled enough to use that technique. But I noticed that recently more nail technicians have started to opt for dual forms. Just a few of them want to learn how to use paper ones. Sure, they are difficult to cut out, but when you finally ace that technique, trust me, you will be able to do nail extensions super quickly. By the way, there is a video on my channel where I compare using dual forms versus paper ones to see the difference. Check it out to learn more about the results. Which of the techniques took me less time to apply? I think you will have fun watching that video. Now I can shape the nails. I'm not going to file a sharp shape, though my model asked me for sharp shorties, but I had to explain it to her multiple times that we must not shape short nails too sharply. They're going to look like chicken feet in the end. That is not aesthetically pleasing. Since we're going to keep these nails short anyway, their initial length will be the one that we will stick to. The length of the nail bed, that pink part of the nail. To make sure that the nails last longer. When it comes to this oval/almond nail shape, it will be comfortable for an everyday wear. Now that the tips are ready, I can build up the cuticle zone using some bottle gel. It's a liquid gel that comes in the bottle with a brush. It gives a super thin coating due to its consistency. I place a small drop of it near the cuticle and stretch it out. I don't stretch it down to the free edge, just blend it out. This way we can get a smooth transition from the cuticle to the extended part of the nail. We can still see the lunula, so it looks really natural. I can turn the hand over to align the gel and even it out. Now let's take a closer look at the pinky finger. To apply the first coat, I should open the brush like a fan so as not to touch the skin. If I touch it by accident, the gel is bound to pool there. So I'm being extremely careful when aligning the material. I wipe up the tacky residue and file the excess gel out. There are layers under the nails because they were too short, but I can smooth them out using the tip of the drill bit. If you struggle with this part because it looks too scary, try using a drill bit with a thinner tip. You can use a diamond drill bit for this purpose as well. That's it. We just need to cover the nails with a top coat. These nails have undergone a drastic transformation. Let's pop all the bubbles and cure the nails in the lamp. Here's a final look. Let me know in the comments what you think about this technique. Do you agree that it's the quickest one out there? Check out more videos about nail extensions on my channel. Wishing you all beautiful nails. Good luck. Bye bye.